Sure is slow. You'd think we'd have some more business on St. Patrick's Day.
With you driving away.
Hey, I'm just obeying management.
Management? People come in here for a drink, you take their money, what's to manage?
Say, Frankie, you've been a bartender here for longer than I've been alive.
Don't you forget it.
I won't, but Maddie's serious about these new business management techniques. If we tell her everything she's learning in college is baloney, she'll get discouraged.
What's a 60-year-old woman want with going to college anyway? It'll only put ideas in her head.
Oh, and wouldn't that be terrible? Sure, she's going a little overboard now, but she'll come to her senses.
I wouldn't be too sure.
Why not?
She's a woman, ain't she?
Oh, you.
Hey, this Maddie's home for wayward musicians.
Dad O'Brien, long time no see. I was beginning to think you would make it this year.
What? Miss Maddie's on St. Paddy's? Have I missed one in 30 years?
How you been keeping?
It's not easy, Frankie. It's not easy.
Huh. Everybody should have it as easy as you, Dan.
Gee, Alice, you look good. What happened?
You come in here once a year, I think you'd have some new lines, Dan.
Well, that's the beauty of me. I never change. Hey, what's with the fancy getup?
Don't get us started. Do yourself a favor and sit down and have a drink with me.
Sure thing, Frankie, but first I'd like a glass of beer.
Well, yes, sir. Will that be domestic or imported?
I don't know, anything you got.
For a quarter more, you can have a pint.
No, glass is good.
Well, would you like stemmed or plain?
Plain is good.
Would you like a complimentary bag of peanuts with that?
Free bag of peanuts, why not? Sure.
Shelled or unshelled?
No shells, no shells.
Salted or unsalted?
Jesus, forget about the peanuts, forget about the beer, just give me a glass of water.
Mineral or spring?
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't I warn you?
Things sure have changed around here.
Oh, you were breaking on a soul around here anymore.
Gotta be kidding.
Oh, nah. Hey, remember Terrence Stone?
Sure, I remember old Stoney.
He's dead.
Oh, Jesus, that's terrible. And how about poor old Peter George? He didn't look too good last year when I seen him.
Dead.
And Mike Flannery?
It breaks me heart to think about it.
And what did he die of?
Oh, he's not dead. He gave up the drink.
Oh, Jesus, that's worse. He might as well be dead.
You should see him. It's sad. 3 times a day he's up at the chapel. At the crack of dawn, waiting for him to open the doors. And if the priest is late for 6 half-past, I swear he gets the shakes.
Jesus, that's a tragedy. And he's a young man, too.
Well, if he keeps up that carrying on, he won't be long aging.
Hey, how was old Maddie doing? She made some changes around this place.
Maddie's a dear old woman. But I'm afraid she's losing her mind.
Going a bit senile, is she?
Going senile, going to college.
What? Maddie, a co-ed? You gotta be joking.
I wish I was. She's running a perfectly good bar.
Frankie's just mad because Maddie won't let him drink on duty.
Now that's not it. Look at this place. St. Patrick's Day, and not a soul here.
Little Irish music on St. Patrick's Day will change all that. What would St. Patrick's Day be without a couple of rebel songs? See the fleets of hordes of men who come with faces one, from Farnstead and from Treasurer's Cot, along the banks of Bann. They have come with vengeance in their eyes. Too late are they, as young Roddy Macaulay falls to die on the bridge of Doom today. There was never a one of all your dead more bravely fair
didn't think you'd be here this evening.
How could you miss me, Maddie? We have an agreement. I am to play here for the next 100 years, or until there's lasting peace in Ireland, whichever comes first.
Well, you know I'd never hold you to that. I know how you are.
We shook hands on it 30 years ago, didn't we? And have I missed once?
No.
No, as glad as I am to see you, Dad, your contract is over. And I don't know even how the last year or so, but there's peace in Ireland at long last.
Ah, peace my arse. There'll be no peace in Ireland until England gives back what she took. I read the papers, Frankie, and that hasn't happened.
Oh, Dan and Frankie, you're not going to turn this into a political debate, are you?
Oh, he comes in here stirring up trouble with his tired old rebel songs.
What do you mean stirring up trouble, tired old rebel songs? What the hell would you know? You're from County Cork. You couldn't be further from the trouble if you lived in South Africa.
Well, we had enough hardship without you going out and creating it.
We didn't create it. It came into our homes in the form of British soldiers.
What's this for?
You're acting like animals in the zoo? I'm feeding you peanuts.
Alice is absolutely right. You boys shouldn't be fighting. You only see each other once a year.
Well, he has to ruin it by singing rebel songs all night.
What do you want, another rebel song? Of course, I'll be happy to oblige. Come all ye young rebels.
Do I have to listen to this all night? You know, he ends it. He doesn't have a contract, Maddie, and you're the manager. Make him stop.
For the love of one.
Listen, go in the back. Go in the back and take some inventory for me, please. Will you? Will you do that?
I'm not even working tonight.
Oh, just go in the back. While I have a few words with Dan. And Alice, please, would you keep an eye on him?
My name is so Paddy. My age is 18. My home is in Mona. That's where I was weak.
Idiot!
If you don't like my playing, what can you do about it? I've been playing here for the last 30 years, and I'm not about to leave on account of him. People are expecting me to be here.
Dan, what people? The place is empty. Oh, you think Nula's coming here this year?
Well, she might.
Oh, Dan, don't tell me that.
I know I haven't been the greatest father or anything like that, but still...
Greatest father? Why, Dan, you walked out on that child 15 years ago.
She wasn't a child. She was 18 years old and well able to take care of herself. Plus, I had no choice. I had to do it for her sake. And I just want a chance to explain that to her.
Oh, Dan, she hasn't been here yet. Don't tell me you expect her to come here.
Well, I wrote her a letter a couple of weeks ago, and I told her I'd be playing here tonight if she wanted to see me.
Dan, you always send her a letter, and she's never been here yet.
Well, just the same she might, and if she does, I would like to be playing, because that's the only thing she can ever remember me for.
Oh, Dan, you never give up, do you?
Ha! Neither do you, Maddie O'Malley. I heard from a couple of good reliable sources that you're a college girl now.
Oh, they make such a big deal about it. I mean, what is there something wrong if I try to better myself? I spend so much of my life trying to better Paddy and the kids. Now Paddy's gone and the kids are all grown. So why can't I take a crack at it?
Well, what are you taking up, Maddie O'Malley, besides space?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to take up business management. I thought that might be a bit useful, but oh, I don't know. Why, I could be a grandmother to half the professors there.
Ah, you can handle it. You're a smart cookie. You'll be doing just fine, as long as you take it one day at a time. I'm only human. I'm just a man. Help me believe in what I could be and all that I am. Show me the stairway I have to climb. Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day Frankie.
After all the good times we've had together. Remember how they used to line up around the corner to listen to you sing?
Jesus, we had to lock the door to keep them out. Sure, they all wanted to come to see Frankie McGuire,
No.
the fastest barman on the peninsula.
I like how they did. They came here to listen to your music.
Some of them maybe, but you were the one who drew the ladies.
Frankie drew the ladies. Did he have a sketch pad?
You know, Alice doesn't know about all the good times we used to have.
Excuse me, is this outlet working over here? I want to set up here so that the lighting will hit my good side. What? Do you think this is my good side?
Sorry to interrupt, but who are you?
Apologies. I'm Vince Spence, entertainer extraordinaire. Here's my card. I was hired a few months ago to entertain here tonight. You know, we'll have to do something about these tablecloths. They clash with my ensemble.
What do you mean you were hired to entertain here? I'm playing here tonight, isn't that right, Maddie?
I'm afraid not. I have a contract signed last November by Maddie O'Malley. It's somewhere around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get warmed up. I'm expecting some people from the biz here tonight, from the music industry, and I want to be hitting my stride by the time they get here. It was just one of those things, just one of those crazy flings, one of those bells that now and then ring, just one of those things. It was just one of those nights, just one of those fabulous flights, a trip to the moon on Gossamer Wing. Just one of those things. If we thought of it, by the end of it, when we started painting the town, we'd have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear, and amen. Here's hoping we meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things.
Now I remember hiring you. It was last semester. We had to do something new for the business and write a wee paper on it. Oh, Mother of God, I forgot all about you.
Now that that's all cleared up, you can leave. I'm playing here tonight. People want to hear Irish music on St. Patrick's Day.
I'll be more than happy to leave after I have fulfilled my contractual obligation. Vince Spence is a professional. Have contract, will entertain. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're in my light.
Maddie, tell the boy to leave. I've been playing here for 30 years and I've been very loyal to you. And I should be playing here tonight come hell or high water.
Oh dear, I don't know what to do. This was not this week's work. Maybe it's in next week's chapter. Come on, look.
Me. Oh. That old black magic's got me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy fingers up and down my spine. That same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. That same old tingle that I feel inside. And starts to ride. Darling, down and down I go. Around and around I go. Like a leaf that's caught in the tide. I could stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name and I'm aflame with such a burning desire that only your kiss can put out the fire. Cause you're the lover I have waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go. Round and round I go. In a spin, loving the spin I'm in. Under that old black magic called love.
Say, you're good. Do you take requests?
Of course! Vince Spence is a people pleaser. But darling, before I take your request, I need to make one. I'm expecting some people from the biz down here tonight. This could be my chance for a big break. Big break! So I need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
When the biz people come in, I need to know who they are, but I don't want to seem like I know who they are, if you follow me. So what I need you to do for me, babe, is to request When I'm 64.
Oh, I love that song.
They all do. But wait till you hear my version, it's a real showstopper. Of course, all my numbers are showstoppers, but when I hear you request that one, I'll know to play it up big for the pros. Dig?
Sure, Mr. Spence, I dig. Isn't this exciting, Frankie?
Oh, exciting. Last time I had this much excitement, we're going to buttermilk on my toast this morning.
Oh, be quiet, you old grump. Any more requests, Mr. Spence?
Yes, please call me Vince.
Vince.
And bring me an herbal tea, chamomile. Not too hot. Vocal cords, you know. No more than 110 degrees. And sweeten that with a 3/4 of a tablespoon of all natural honey.
Okay.
And a sprig of spearmint as a garnish. And an Evian, chilled, not cold, and it's snappy.
Hey, I don't know how to break it to you, fella, but the closest thing to herb tea at Maddie is the weeds growing in the backyard.
I'll do my best, Mr. Spence.
Vince, please.
I better give her a hand. She's always misplacing the sprigs of spearmint.
The answer ain't in them books, Maddie. You've known me forever, and he just walked in here off the street.
Oh, sure, Dan, I know that, but you both have a contract for the night, and there must be a solution in here somewhere, I know it.
I've got the solution. I'm playing here tonight, and let him just try and stop me.
It's just a couple of years ago I left the Cobra Corn and emigrated from Avonside Island in New York. The devil a soul to meet me there, a stranger on the shore. Sure, Irish luck was with me there and fortunes came galore. But now I'm going back again to dear old Avonside. My friends will meet me on the way and greet me with a smile. The big faces there I've never seen, I've been so long away that my mother will introduce them all, and this will be
let me ask you something. Have you ever thought about jazzing up your act a little bit? I mean, you know, like adding a dance step or two or using a couple of props. People want to be entertained.
Maddie, if you don't get rid of this clown, I'm going to throw him out on his arse.
Did you hear that? He threatened me with violence. How dare he? What if he roughed up my face?
What's the commotion?
Pretty boy was just leaving. Show him the door, Frank.
Over my dead body.
Well, if that's what it'll take.
Again with the violence! Listen, mister. I have a contract to perform here tonight, and I am going to perform. If not, I'm prepared to take it all the way to the people's court.
I had a contract to perform
listen,
here long before.
Stop it, both of you. Can't you see that I'm trying to find a way to please both of you? Now, sure I know, Dan, how much playing here means to you. And the same for you, Mr. Spence.
Vince, please.
Oh, Vince then, Vince. But if you want me to find a solution, you're going to have to stop your bickering now. Take turns, for God's sake. Now, look, when Mr. Spence, Vince, when Vince's guests come in, then he'll take over. And then when Lulu comes in, I'm sure Vince is not going to mind if you'll take over. But you must stop acting like a pair of 2-year-olds and let me find a solution.
Don't you see, Maddie? That is a solution.
And a fair one at that.
Well, I suppose you're right. And what do you know? I didn't even need no books to find it either.
Now that's what I've been trying to tell you. You know more than any book will tell you how to run this farm. It'll only teach you to run it into the ground.
I suppose I've been carried away a little bit lately. Well, do you suppose we could go back to the way things used to be?
You know, amen. And I will toast to Maddie's dropping out of college.
Well, I never said anything about dropping out, Frankie. I was just thinking maybe I would change my major. Oh, what would you say if I changed my major to art history?
Oh, it's worse. She's getting.
Oh,
What are you doing?
I'm making room for the Van Goghs. This time next week, she's going to have the place littered with paintings of fruit bowls.
Sounds delicious. I love fruit.
I'm sure you do.
Hi, my name is Tom Rogers. I'm looking to meet a musician.
You're here to meet a musician?
That's right.
Oh, please, make yourself comfortable.
Thank you.
Do you know what song I'd like to hear right now when I'm 64? Don't you just love that song?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who haven't checked out my website, my name is Vince Spence, www.loungelizard.com. And I am here to entertain you. I'll be your performer for this evening. I'd like to do a little song now from those Fat Four from across the pond. There goes my tambourine. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine, birthday greetings, bottle of wine? If I'd been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? You'll be older too, and if you say the word, I will stay with you. I can be handy mending a fuse when your lights have gone. You can knit a sweater by the fireside. Sunday morning, go for a ride. Doing the garden, digging the weeds. Who could ask for more? But will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Woo!
Hey, that was great, but you know, how about something in honor of St. Patrick's Day?
Huh? See? He likes Irish music. How about the Fields of Athenry? You ever hear of that one?
Sure, my grandfather was from right around there.
Are you sure he wasn't from Chicago, Chicago, that wonderful town?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh.
By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling, Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love is on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling, nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled and put me down. Now you must raise our child in dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love is on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry.
Great song.
See? He likes Irish music.
Well, sure, who doesn't? I mean, some of those songs can break your heart.
Do you like heartbreak?
For songs, it's okay.
Well, then I have got just the song for you. Well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Lonely Street, it's Heartbreak Hotel. Well, I get so lonely, baby. Oh, yes, so lonely. I get so lonely, I could die. Although it's always crowded, well, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers who cry there when they look. I get so lonely, baby. Oh, yes, so lonely. I get so lonely, I could die. The bellhop's tears keep flowing, and the desk clerk's dressed in black. Well, they've been so long on Lonely Street, they're never coming back. Oh, well, I get so lonely, baby. Yeah, they're so lonely. Yeah, so lonely, they could die. So if your baby leaves you and you got a tale to tell, well, just take a walk down Lonely Street to Heartbreak Hotel. You can be lonely, baby. You'll be so lonely. Oh, so lonely you can die.
just like Elvis.
You like Elvis? I can do more. One fill party in the county jail.
Oh, that's
Mr.
okay,
Mills,
no.
let me get
Thank
it
you.
Would you like another drink? On the house, of course.
Thank you. Wow, this is great. You know, you people are so friendly here. But you know, I only stopped by to meet my son.
Your son?
Yeah, that's right. He just got back from Texas. He plays country music down there. We were going to meet here tonight and then maybe go to a movie. But seeing the hospitality of this place, I think we'll stay here tonight.
Your son?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, here he comes now. Hendrik, come on in. This is a great bar. They treat you like family here.
You mean you're not in the music business?
The music business, me? Are you kidding?
Well, my dad, well, he couldn't even change a CD. I work in the biz, though.
You do?
Well, I hope to one day. About this close to having a CD together. If you like to hear something,
Oh, you might as well go ahead. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is that two musicians is already one too many for tonight. Maddie, you're not gonna let this boy play here. You don't even know him.
You don't remember when I didn't even know you, when you strolled into this bar with that guitar of yours begging me for a chance to play? Remember?
All right, enough said. Go ahead, young man. Give us a tune.
well, all right, skiddly do. Though we all have some times that we don't feel we can get on up at last, give a loving hand. Don't you know that I'm with you? All of us stuck right in the blues. When we think we're just about to lose, a heart with a hand comes help us choose. The more I see, the more I know. Watching everybody playing the show, watching everybody being cold, seeing nobody taking it slow. But I know that I got mine, and I hope I got the time to make sure everybody's fine, cheering their love and drinking their wine. Now you know someone down, sitting in the corner, wearing a frown. They're calling out and they're calling loud, hoping somebody hear the sound of the cries that show right through their eyes. Thinking no need to live this life, and the only way to get to survive is to have someone help them find the light.
Yes.
Pretty good, cowboy. Say, I don't usually do this, but, you know, being a professional and all, I like to be fully rehearsed. But if you'd like to jam, perhaps we can do Twist and Shout?
Well, I could play that, sure.
All right, let's hit it. Well, shake it up, baby, now.
Shake it up, baby.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now.
Come on, baby.
Come on and work it on now.
Work it on out.
Yeah, work it on now.
Work it on out.
You know you look so good.
Look so good.
You really got me going now.
Got me going.
Just like I knew that you would.
I knew you would.
Well, so shake it up, baby, now.
Shake it up, baby, now.
Twist and shout.
Twist and shout.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby, now.
Come on, baby.
Come on and work it on now.
Work it on out.
Yeah, you twisting little girl.
Twisted little
You
girl.
know you twist so fine.
Twist so fine.
Come on and twist a little closer now.
Twist a little closer
And
now.
let me know that you're mine.
Know that you're mine.
Well, since the mic is open,
Oh, God help us.
it's always been a dream of mine to sing the girl from Ipanema.
You know, if you knows what's good for you, you're gonna right before it's too late.
Does anybody know it, Vince?
Sure, babe.
I'm gonna dedicate it to my biggest fan. And we know who that is? Frankie McGuire.
Oh, Alice, you should. I mean, you should, Alice.
Oh, shut up and listen. watch your fastest growth. But he watches so sadly. How can he tell he loves her? Yes, he would give his heart gladly. But each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Don't tell any young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes he smiles, but she just doesn't see. No, she just doesn't see. No, she just doesn't see. Thank you.
Oh, look at Dan. Look how disappointed he is his daughter didn't show up. Maybe one of you should go over to him and ask him to sing a little bit. You know that how that could cheer him up.
You're looking pretty sad over there, Dad. Why don't you show these boys what music is really all about?
Nah, I don't feel like playing anymore tonight.
Oh, go ahead. Frank will even let you sing a rebel song.
Like hell I will.
You know what? I haven't heard Danny Boy all day today.
You haven't?
Not once.
Well, what would St. Patrick's Day be without Danny Boy?
No St. Paddy's Day at all, at all.
Ah, since you insist, I'll be happy to oblige. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. 'Tis you must go and I must find. Why come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow? They'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But when you come and all the flowers are dying, if I am dead as dead I well may be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying. I'll kneel and say, "Allah be there for me." And I shall hear those soft tread above me, and on my grave will warm a sweeter beam. For you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me.
You sounded good, Dad.
You sounded good too, kiddo. Geez, what am I saying? Come over here and give me a big hug.
Hey, do you still play that song you used to play with me when I was little? The Beggar Man?
Sure.
Would you play it for me?
I'll play one verse if you join me in a hornpipe. How's that?
Sure.
Oh, we have a little bangin', now you've been down the trace, corner more and the strip line is green. I'm over to the left, feet down, it's a blue, and I don't by the name of a boat Johnny. Of all the trains are going, Asher begging is the best time. When the man is tired, he can sit down and rest. Beg for his dinner, he has nothing else to do. Only going around the corner, waiting out Johnny do. After all these years.
Well, I wanted to from the beginning, Dad, but you know how Mom was. I thought she'd think I was being disloyal.
I'm so happy to see you. About your mother and all that. I just want you to know why I left.
Look, you met somebody else. It's not my business.
When I left you, it wasn't because of somebody else. Well, it was, but not a woman, a man.
Dad, I really don't need to hear this.
No, Jesus, nothing like that at all. You see, there was a friend of mine from home, and he got himself into a bit of trouble. Now, I knew what he went through when he was growing up. He wasn't a bad lad by any stretch, but he was wanted in connection with a bombing. Now, look, I want you to know that I didn't have anything to do with that, but I did help to keep him out of sight until the police found out where we were hiding him. Then they come after me. Now, what good would it have done to drag you and your mother into this whole mess?
But why didn't you tell us? You know, you broke her heart.
I couldn't tell you. The less you knew, the better. The last thing in the world I wanted to do was to hurt you and your mom. Will you please explain that to her for me, please?
Dad?
Please, for me, please.
Dad, Mom died a few months ago. I tried to get in touch with you to tell you, but I couldn't find you.
Jeez, I'm terrible sorry.
Me too.
She was a good woman and a good mother.
The best.
And don't you ever forget it. I'd like to dedicate a little Irish song just for her. An Irish boy was leaving his own native home, crossing the broad Atlantic. Once more he wished to roam. As he was leaving his mother, while standing on the quay, she threw her arms around his waist, and this too a mother's love is a blessing, no matter where you roam. Keep her while she's living, you'll miss her when she's gone. Love her as a childhood, though feeble, old and grey. For you never missed your mother's love till she's buried beneath the clay.
Oh, that's the saddest song I ever heard of in my life. I just have to call my mother down in Florida.
Boca Raton. As soon as I get home.
That's Dan O'Brien for you. If he's not bringing you battle, he's bringing you tears.
What's that, another request, Frankie?
No, please, I don't think I can take another one like that.
Oh, that's right. Is it a wedding or a wake?
Actually, it's neither.
Oh, I know that, Alice. Oh, listen, Alice, you know, I think that what this place needs is a little livening up. It needs a couple of dancing girls.
What it needs is 2 padded walls.
Oh,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Give my regards to Broadway. Remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang at 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with the old time throng. Give my regards to old Broadway and tell them I'll be there ere long.
Hey, Frankie, I once knew a dancing girl. Oh boy, was she trouble.
What woman is it?
Ooh. Yeah, but this one, they wrote a song about it. Her eyes shone like the diamond. You'd think she was queen of the land. With her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Well, as I went walking down Broadway, that made it all very far. Well, I met with this frolicsome damsel. She was selling a train in the bar. What she pulled from her pocket and slipped it right into my hand. On the very first day that I met with all bad luck to a black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. Well, her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. One more time. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. Well, her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band.
You know, I once knew a chick who wore a black velvet band, but it wasn't black though, it was pink. Shocking pink. Now, if everybody here at Maddie's will agree to join me, we can sing a little song about her. Her name was
Daisy,
Daisy, give me your answer too.
I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.
Got a gal named Daisy, she always drives me crazy. Got a gal named Daisy, well she always drives me crazy. Well she know how to love me, yes indeed. Boy you don't know what you're doing to me, tutti frutti. Oh Rudy, oh
do you know what Daisy's answer was to Hattie when he proposed to her?
No, I don't. What was it?
Well, if you give me a few bars of music, I'll tell you that. Hattie, Hattie, here is my answer to you. I'm not crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. You can't afford a carriage. But I'll be damned if I'll be crammed on a bicycle built for two.
good show, Maddie. And now let's do In the Good Old Summertime. Everybody stroll.
Summertime, in the good old summertime.
number, That Old Gang of Mine.
Sold down round the
Okay, ladies on that side. Gentlemen over here, face each other. Get ready to play
the bells are breaking up that old gang of mine.
Step.
All the boys are singing love song,
And
but
back.
we had a line.
Good.
Those ringing bells are breaking up that old gang of
First
mine.
couple.
There goes Jack and there goes Jill down to
Second couple.
now and then
They're doing
we meet
great.
again, but they don't seem the same.
Step back.
It makes me get a lonesome feeling when I hear the church bells chime. Those wedding bells are breaking up that old gang of mine. You know, that reminded me of an Irish dance, a reel. Say, do you still play that one that we learned together, the Mountain Road?
Sure.
Let's do it. There we go with the Mountain Road.
That was some real fancy stepping-dula. And now let's bring out those other two dancing girls to lead the group in a little participation number of an old favorite song, and you all know this song, 5'2", Eyes of Blue. Has anybody seen my gal?
5'2", eyes of blue, but oh, what those 5 feet can do. Has anybody seen my girl? Turned up nose, turned down pose, never had no other pose. Has anybody seen my girl? Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with fur, diamond rings, all those things, bet your life it isn't her. But could she love, could she woo, could she do? Has anybody seen my girl?
Boy, you really know how to get a crowd going.
Yeah, well, you know, the sad part is I don't get a chance to perform very often.
You've got to be kidding me. A guy with your talent?
Yeah, would you believe I sent over 200 headshots and not one talent scout showed up here tonight?
Are you looking for a job? I work for Human Resources at Holiday Cruise Lines. We're looking for somebody just like you to entertain the passengers.
Bless you! Can I kiss your feet?
You can kiss my...
Frankie?
No, seriously, do I get the job?
Well, I have to see how you perform under pressure.
Well, now, do you think you could teach this crowd, this audience, some Irish songs?
But I don't know many Irish songs.
Oh, they have the words there in front of them.
Yeah, but I'm not even Irish.
Oh, come on, everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Well, maybe if I had a little chance to prepare, I can do something.
Yeah, what you need is a good shot of courage.
Wow! Okay, everybody,
Cockles and mussels on 3. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, was there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. She rode a wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Sing!
Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
He was a fishmonger, and that was no wonder. Our father and mother were fishmongers too. They drove the wheelbarrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive.
Everybody!
Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
Everybody sing!
Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh.
That's pretty good, audience. Say, Frankie, you're a little quiet tonight. How about a song from you?
You know, I'm not much of a singer. I'm more of a storyteller. You know, I'm one of those fortunate people who's happy that he's alive. And I remember, not a lot of people don't remember, when I was a kid. Now, when I was a kid, I think I was kind of funny looking. Nobody told me that, but I got indications of that. For instance, when I was a little boy, my mother let me tie a pork chop around my neck so the dog would play with me. And then shortly after that, they had insult to injury. They had family pictures they were taking, and they hired another kid to take my place. On top of that, they moved 47 times, but I found them every time. Of course, that was when I was a kid. Then when I got older, I moved to Rockaway Beach. And here I am on 109th Street, and I'm sitting at the sand, and I'm looking over, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes a leprechaun. The leprechaun says, "Frankie, I'm here for you. I've got a wish, any wish you want." So I said, "Oh, well, you know, I wish I had a girlfriend, but I don't like the people from this country. I'd like to have somebody from the other side. So, little leprechaun, could you do this for me? Could you build me a highway from from this beach here, Rockaway Beach, all the way over to Europe?" He says, "That would make me happy." So the leprechaun says, "What, are you kidding?" He said, "That's an awful big request." He said, "How about something a little bit more conducive for the situation?" So I said, "Then how about a book on how to understand women?" And the leprechaun said, "Would that be 1 lane or 2 lanes?"
Okay, now the Wild Rover.
I've been the wild rover for many a year, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with golden bridge doors, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no day never, no day never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went into an alehouse where I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay.